If love is a handout, who can read it and understand? If love is what you write, why do you need to pour heart before you can understand? That was a word from a man who just woke from a dream of love. He was a boy in his young age. He decided to free his mind and do what other of his mates do when they come of age. People call it a relationship. As a boy he was naive to know and learn what is special about love. He was an antisocial class of man who reads, finding other activities not productive to their imagination. He had read so many books of old scientists. His course mate was already into a relationship and he was the only one remaining. They usually mock that he doesn't have love to share. He imagined it and asked, what is love that I will study, and what does it give after I have searched for it? Is it not futile to release something that is of no benefit to the mind, or if it is beneficial, where can I get it? They all laughed, saying, oh, what on earth can someone love when he doesn't know the meaning? The young man was distressed. He went home, he refused to eat and went to his bed thinking. My mind is broad but it has refused to answer the question I have asked. He asked Google, but the ads were too much and he couldn't get the perfect answer. He learnt that it is an expression of feeling, but he wondered what type of expression can be so beneficial that everyone wants to have but couldn't, or is it indebted as a backbone of the mind? He thought about it for so long that he forgot that his mother was standing beside him listening attentively. His mother asked, are you in love? Why bother your mind in something that when you come of age you will understand? He asked, do you understand? His mother said, yes, of course, love exists. It is what binds the universe together. He asked, if it is what it is, why then worry myself? But my course mate told me about the relationship side of love. His mother answered, don't be so naive, they are only joking with you. His mother hid the words from him, because he wanted her son to stay focused. He asked again, did daddy come into a relationship with you when you were young? His mother answered, don't get carried away by what your course mate told you. It is of no realist gain in this discussion, take some rest and come and eat. Don't discuss it again, your daddy is coming back soon. He answered, okay mom, but the words kept troubling him, but he pretended with a smile. In the morning, his parents checked on him to confirm that he is all right. His mother had told his father what happened in the discussion with his son. So they came for confirmation. The young man was still desperate in his heart to know the genesis of love, went to school, as usually he went reading. The words kept disturbing, so he left his book. He decided to go to study by observing his course mates instead. He did it secretly. He observed that his course mates had female folks they sat with in leisure time. As he was stirring at the subject, a man walked to him. That was the preacher who usually preaches at the assembly ground. The preacher asked him, young man, what is it that your eye is focused on? Is there anything you need to share? This pleased the young man and immediately he answered, what is love? The preacher was surprised. He answered, love is God. Love is patient, kind, it does not irritate others, it is not boastful, it is not proud. The young man exclaimed, I have love, but he was too inquisitive. He asked again about the relationship type of love. The preacher said, why have your heart trouble you like an unstable water? Don't let that desire put you into sin, focus on your study. When the time comes you have a relationship. Some students came in and interrupted the conversation. The student said, sir, you are needed in the headmaster's office. The preacher left. The young man continued observing a few students having fun. He exclaimed, this is a headache, it will cost me no profit in finding it. The young man stopped what he was doing and went to his class. Not quite long, the bell rang and everyone went home. The young man went home to return to his usual lifestyle. On his way, he sighted his neighbor exchanging some attributes he saw in school called love. He hurried to them, he interrupted them with polite words. He said, how much can I pay to get some of this love? My bank of love is empty. The couple were confused. They said, you don't buy love, you feel it inward. The young man said, I have tried to feel it, but it will not just come out. Can I take your love and refill mine? The couple said, no, you love to read, go read, leave love for us to know. Don't fill your love bank, it will be unnecessary because you cannot afford to have a girl in your love. He exclaimed, girl, but they did not say anything to him again and the young man thanked them and went his way. At night, he wondered how love relates to a girl and why it is different from the love defined by the preacher. He said, love who you are, where do you live, I was told you were in me all this while. Why have you refused to talk? How did you enter my body? Love, I have tried to study what brings you out, but stirring at my heart won't help. The young man couldn't hear any voice, so he decides to sleep. Maybe he will forget everything he learned about love. In the morning, he hurried to school because he was talking to himself all through the night and he was asked to stand out and was given a punishment. A young lady joined him. She was the girl from the art department while he was in science. The young man was a bit shy because he didn't want to reflect what love is and what definition has love best, relationship or the preacher's love. The young lady was not bothered about what was going on in the young man's mind. She asked, why are you staring at me? The young man defended his action. He said, earlier today I lost my love bank and wanted to refill it. I asked where I can buy love, but they said love is inside of me. The preacher taught me some characteristics of love which I know I have, but my course mate had a definition called relationship. And they said it is love. My neighbor said I should not worry because I cannot afford a lady in my love. The young lady stirred and said, I don't know what you are saying. But keep searching, maybe you will find one. The young man exclaimed, what a stress this love has put me into. The prefect in charge of punishment interrupted them, turned to the boy and said, this boy, you have big eyes, go and clear the other portion of the grass. That was the last time the young man had an opportunity to talk to the girl. He didn't find any vital information, and it would be a headache finding a student in each department of 1,000 students. In class he was losing focus. He had to think of two aspects of his life, love and study. He was cautioned by the headmaster and he promised to stay in one. The young man returned after a futile journey of love, relationship, but he had unfinished discussion with the pretty young lady. He said curiously, love, though your hidden place is not known, but you appear in every man's heart. When you get finished there is no station to refill. Nevertheless, the preacher said, you have some characteristics that will keep you coming back like a mother hen who forgot her egg. He thought in his mind, why I am chasing shadows, why am I finding love from people of little understanding? Let me search for it from a book of a renowned author. So during the break time, he went to the bookstore. He asked the bookman, sir, I am looking for the best book containing vital information about love. The bookman saw his curiosity and he was surprised that he didn't come to buy a science textbook, but a love book. Has he seen someone he loves? The bookman wondered. The bookman gave him the book. He paid and he thanked the bookman with excitement and went his way. Not quite long, the break time finished and he hurried to go home. Guess who he saw on his way home? He saw the young lady at the punishment ground. He exclaimed, did an angel tell how I look forward to seeing you? The young lady said, certainly no, and please stop this act. I have someone already in my life. I will appreciate it if you keep searching for your mysterious love that laid an egg in your heart. The young man was discouraged to say anything further, but he just gathered courage and said, it is nice hearing. And he went his way. At home, his heart was troubled. What relationship should I profit from? The one I set my eyes on already had a boyfriend. The earth is filled with love and I have no space in finding one among them. By the way, he put on a smile so that his parents would not notice his mood and they greeted him good night. As they left, he opened the book called The Curious Lover. He read through. He found something interesting in it. It said love is indeed God and the feeling you have is a sign of maturity. Relationship is a stage in love where you join in marriage, but it is abused by our contemporaries. It also stated that on earth there are 3 women. 1. Beauty woman. This woman takes care of her looks. She can easily be influenced by society. They are always the victim's lovers. They are always the one who is prey to circumstances, unwanted pregnancy, sexual abusive. This lady loves to keep up to date, so they are always indecent and immoral in their ways. 2. Educated woman. This woman acquires knowledge, builds business, and they are less trend keepers. They are good, but they are always called the divorcer. They love when it is friendly for them to love. When the love becomes difficult, they divorce. Their loyalty is situation-based. They can help build you as a man, but they cannot stay with you for long when the flood comes with heavy force on the marriage. Their mindset is I cannot bear it, I divorce. 3. Godly woman. This woman focuses so much on God that is love. They are every man's desire, but if you want to get this breed you have to find where they kept their heart with God. They are called virtuous women. They are loyal unto death. Divorce is not part of their mindset and they will continually do you good as a husband. The young man exclaimed, wow, but where can I find her since the lady I met today had a boyfriend? So he planned to disguise his heart, so he can find out if what is written in the book is true. He thought in his heart, in this contemporary world both these 3 types of girls go to church, how can we find this one? Is she costly? How much is she worth? The young man decided to sleep over this issue. On Saturday morning, he went to visit a friend nearby. In his friend's house there is a pretty lady that every man's eyes cannot resist. The young man pretended about noticing the appearance of her. The young lady was the senior sister to his friend. He thought about the book he read, so what category did this girl fall into? Her pretty entices me, but my conscious mind is uncomfortable, for her dressing is not decent. He asked what makes a girl dress what she dresses? The young man treaded cautiously and decided to watch closely. After so many days of watching her, he found out that a girl dresses what she dresses because she was influenced, but the most important attribute he observed was that she was the senior but yet scolded in front of her siblings. His mind wandered to know more. He found out that most cultures tend to prioritize a male child, and since she is the senior, she is scolded for wrongdoing and that drains her emotion. She leaves a vacuum, a desire not met. She